friends. Today I wanted to show you how to open Zoom. So first off, Zoom is a free app that you can use on your phone and your computer. And the same account can be used on both your phone and your computer. Um, it's free, so you can sign up. If you click on this, you enter you enter your birth date. I'm going to make one up. Okay. And then you enter your email address. And then you have your email or you have your Zoom account. Now, I am going to sign into my other Zoom account and show you what you can do while you're on there. Okay, so when you open your Zoom account, there's a few areas here to the left of interest. So first is your profile. So tells you, information of importance. Here's our personal ID. So when meetings are created, this ID will show up. Okay. If you want to set up a meeting with your tutee, you can go to this section over here on the left that says meetings, and you can schedule a meeting. So let's say you wanted to schedule it today, to 28th at 3 o'clock. You can keep the date, or let's say you want to schedule it for tomorrow. You could do that as well. Alter the times. You might want to keep it AM or PM depending on your interest. However long you want it to be. Now let's say it's only for 30 minutes. You can schedule 0 hours and 30 minutes, so it'll go from 2:30 to 3. So one thing that's important to note is that if you open this free account, you get the basic plan that only has a 40-minute limit if there are more than 3 people in the meeting. And what I mean by that is if more than 3 people have joined. That is you, your tutee, and someone else. You'll only have 40 minutes, period. If there's 2 people, then you have unlimited time. You can meet for as long as you want. All right, so make sure that that you have the correct time zone. Okay, and here's our meeting ID. There's a passcode. You can decide whether you want them in a waiting room or if they can just join completely without the waiting room, so you wouldn't have to admit them. If you would like everyone to join with their audios, the video is on for whoever is participating, and I would highly recommend this because it's nice to see who you're working with. And then you can save. Okay, so here is the invitation. So this is the next important step. After you've created your meeting, you want to copy this invitation. It's really important that you do that because once you copy it, you can share it with your tutee. You can send it to them by email, on WhatsApp. You can even send it to them by text if that's your preferred method of communication. But it has the Zoom link, it has the meeting ID, and it has the passcode. So all of these things are needed for your tutee to join the meeting. All right, so I copied it, and then I can close it. Now let's say it's time to start the meeting. We'll go to the meetings. We have, this is the meeting that we just scheduled, okay? So we can start the meeting whenever we want to. I'm going to start it so I can show you a few features from Zoom. So open Zoom. I'm sorry, my computer seems to be really slow today. Come on. Let me try again because I'm not sure why that's taking so long, but if we go back here, we click on Start, we open Zoom. There we go. The second time was the charm. Technology, right? Okay, so we will join with computer audio. I'm hoping this doesn't do feedback because I have a recording happening at the same time. Okay, so some of the features to note are, of course, mute. If someone in your house is trying to talk to you, you can just select mute and your tutee will not hear them talking to you. So I'll show you how to do that. You just click on this microphone icon here. Now you can't hear me. Actually, you can because I'm recording it. But normally you wouldn't be able to. Okay. So depending on what you're using, the built-in microphone for your phone or computer is generally what you would want to do. If you're connected to a headphone set like this, then it links a little differently. The same with the speaker. And this is sometimes where our students struggle if they didn't connect to audio when they opened the meeting. You would need to go in here and help them to connect to audio. So here it says leave computer audio. It would probably say join computer audio for them. All right, so here's the next feature that's important is the video. So our tutees sometimes prefer to not be seen on a video, but you know, sometimes they just need to because it's easier for you to interact with them or teach them different things or, you know, help them with pronunciation or whatever. So right now it's on. You can turn it off by just clicking on the picture of the camcorder. And you can install a picture if that's what you'd like. This is a goofy one of me and my son. Okay, so again, you can, there's some settings in here if you need to adjust something, and sometimes you do. All right, so you don't really need to worry about security. I like to have the participants section up on my computer because I can see who's present, and it shows up here to the right. Another thing, if you have the participants up, you can mute your tutee. Let's say if you needed to, their house is really loud or something. Also, you can rename them. Which if they have iPhone for whatever reason, it always shows up as iPhone and not their name. So that's a nice feature here that you can do as well. The next feature of Zoom is chat. If you click on chat, you can type a message from your computer keyboard or from your phone keyboard to your tutee. So let me say, hi, how are you? And I hit enter, and I can tell who this went to. This went to everyone. If I wanted to send it to one person, generally if there was another person that was participating, you can select them where it says to. Okay, you can also connect different items to so from Google Drive, from your computer, so you can upload documents that you want to send to people, and then from some of these other locations, you can send emojis. This is interesting. Let's do transportation. So you can select a bicycle, send that to everyone, and you can determine who you want your tutee able to communicate with. Now, especially for students who can write, like I would say, even I've used this with basic, all the way to, advanced level students. This is a great way for them to type in real time with you. So it's a nice, easy feature, and it's something they usually can identify pretty quickly at the bottom of their screen, so that they can communicate with you as well, and you can practice writing with them. So this is a good feature of Zoom. An important feature I want to share with you is the share screen. Now there are multiple options. So if you click on share screen, you can share your desktop. All right, so whatever's on your computer will be seen. And I'll do that first before I go into the whiteboard. So if I share my desktop, this is what you see, my messy desktop. But you can pull up documents from different areas. So let me show you a student textbook. All right. So here is the student textbook that I have on as part of the Google Drive, but I can show the same pictures that they have in their textbook on my computer or phone, I suppose. And it's a nice way that they can you can work together on different concepts in their textbook. You can share anything that you have on your computer through Zoom. So, like if I would go to let's go to the one of the tutor drives. Okay, well let's use a dictionary. I can click on a dictionary. Let's go to Visual Dictionary. Okay, so here, now we have the ability to share online resources. Now, if I wanted to share something, from my own desktop, from my files, I could definitely do that. Go to SHC. Let's do level 1. Just see if there's something I want to. Prepositions of time. There we go. So I can pull up a document from a file that I have. They're seeing exactly what I'm seeing on my computer. So whatever I can pull up on my computer is what they can see. So there's a nice aspect of Zoom. Now let's say I'm finished. You can see up here all the things that were on the bottom of the screen are now at the top, including the chat. I can stop sharing when I don't want to share anything from my computer anymore. and it goes back to Zoom. Okay, so another aspect of screen sharing is the whiteboard. And if I click on that, it allows me to do typing, drawing, lots of aspects. So if I'm teaching them about the simple present verb tense, let me write a sentence. The man walks to work each day. Okay, so they're able to see the whiteboard. They can also add, they have the ability to write on the whiteboard as well. So they can add information if you give them the ability to do so. Okay, so this little area that popped up here, these are different writing tools that you can use. So I just use the text tool, and I can draw that wherever I want it, like here, here, okay. With the text, you can go to formatting and select colors. You can select the width of the lines that you're using. You can also adjust the size of what you're writing. Okay, so it gives you some really cool features to use on your whiteboard. You can also, there are all these like drawing tools. I use this one a lot if I want to circle something on their book. So if I'm sharing a document, I can also use these writing tools. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. But on the whiteboard, it's the same writing tools. So if you circle something, you can add a square around things. Okay, so there's a lot of different types of writing tools here. Then there's the stamps, and if you select it, you can just, you know, check mark or X or put little hearts everywhere. I don't generally use this one. I do erase when I'm done with whatever I'm working on. I will erase a lot because as long as I have my share on, the same markings will remain. Okay, so let me stop sharing, and I'll go back to sharing just my desktop. So I'm back to this. If I want to write on the document that I'm sharing, this is not a permanent writing. This will go away as soon as I stop sharing. But I kind of hang my mouse up here, and I can click on the annotate icon, and then that same screen pops up again. So I can circle if there's anything of interest on my desktop that I want to point out to students. I can change the color if I want. Okay, change the size, make it a big circle. Okay, same thing. So you can use your text icon, and if you go to mouse, it just means that now I'm able to move things on my desktop, on my shared screen. But I can't write anymore until I select one of the writing tools. All right, and as soon as I stop sharing, all of those writing tools disappear. One other thing, if you have more than one person, which is unlikely, you can create breakout rooms, and you can do it automatically, or you can do it manually. Sometimes if I have students that I want to group together because I think it would be an important grouping for whatever reason, I would do it manually. Otherwise, I would just let the computer decide who goes into which rooms. You can select the number of rooms that you want, depending on how many people are there and where you want them to go. You can also let participants choose their own rooms, which is a kind of cool feature. And I guess for all intents and purposes, that's really the most important instructional aspects of Zoom. When you want to end your meeting, you can just click on End, which I guess I will do. All right, well, I hope this was helpful, and always you can email if you have any questions at all.